Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts, Lorelei and Space Deviant.
On Christmas Day, Galaxy Quest slid unassumingly into the hollowed year film that was 1999.
Seemingly a fun, family-friendly tale for all ages, whimsically winking at classic small-screen sci-fi tropes. The very concept of a species of ultra-earnest space squid using reruns of a tongue-in-cheek Star Trek as a moral blueprint to rebuild their collapsing civilization, that's the kind of premise that gives my nerd nerve a tingle.
But to juxtapose their sweet-natured society against an enemy of conniving cold-blooded reptiles...
Oh, now this story's starting to have a rather familiar ring to it.
I have told you all I know. If you have any mercy within you, please, let me die.
When I grow weary of the noises you make, you shall die!
A motley crew of unlikely heroes must save an unassuming town from a vicious villain? Ugh, now that's the good stuff. The window dressing doesn't matter.
If the story is told with integrity, proper plot points, and character development, you can't help but enjoy the show.
The earnestness we see in Galaxy Quest is the antidote to the Joss Whedon wannabes, the vapid rat-a-tat-tat of meaningless machine gun-fired dialogue, the meandering nothing-sauce scripts filled with one-liner quips and sarcastic asides, all the while they push through any scene that should invoke emotion, because in their heart of hearts, these Wish.com Whedons know they haven't written characters worth weeping over.
This is the one? Seriously?
Your choices were him or a tree.
Galaxy Quest is an example of the power of great storytelling.
Our out-of-work actors begin as people who hold their artistry cheap, bemoaning having to lower themselves to shill for the common Comic-Con crowds.
How did I come to this?
Not again.
I played Richard III.
5 curtain calls.
There were 5 curtain calls. I was an actor once. Damn it, now look at me. Look at me!
But by the end of the movie, not only do our heroes have a greater understanding of their own power, but they see those admiring fans in a generous new light. So much so that for Alan Rickman's Alexander Dane, the very words that earlier sat like ashes in his mouth, he later voices with a comportment that allows a brave man to die well, knowing that he would be avenged and his death would not be for naught.
By Grabthar's hammer, by the sons of Warvan, you shall be avenged.
Galaxy Quest stands with its proverbial hands on its hips, unashamedly equal parts serious and silly.
Each and every character has a story arc, overcomes an obstacle, and exits the gauntlet a better, stronger person.
Western culture is like that group of morose misfit actors at the beginning of Galaxy Quest, mistakenly thinking we are only a shadow of what we once were, and that itself was a joke. And more so, Amerika is like Tim Allen's Jason Nesmith, hiding in a bathroom stall, quietly ashamed while overhearing the hecklers. As it stands, our self-hating society is agreeing with these hecklers. Any inklings of national pride are quickly met with sneers and snark or allusions to early 20th century Bavarian politics. If you see beauty in the past, no you don't. That's nonsensical nostalgia. If you feel patriotism, you're a jingoistic joke. To be hopeful is to be targeted for humiliation. Americans, like Tim Allen's Nesmith, have forgotten what being the star of the show is all about. It's not the acclaim or the fame or the attaboys of external validation. When all eyes look to us, down deep in our star-spangled souls, we know.
Never give up, never surrender.
I just love Galaxy Quest. It's one of those ones that just stands the test of time.
Absolutely. That's probably one of the best, in my opinion, of as far as just being a general nerd,
Nerd
fest.
love.
Yeah.
True love for the nerds, too, because in the end,
They save them.
Detector got super accelerated coming out of the black hole, and it's like nailed the atmosphere at Mark 15, which you guys know is pretty unstable, obviously. So we're gonna help Laredo guide it on the Vox Ultra frequency carrier and use Roman candles for visual confirmation.
All right, dinner's at 7.
Yeah, I think. I think you said it best about the character development. The fact that they incorporated every character had some amount of character development.
All of them did.
They all had all of them. So, you kind of got to see the builds, and they were,
Even
versus the guy who did the teleportation. He was like ready to give up.
It's not me anymore, man.
It is you, Fred. You just stop trying. You can do this, Fred. I know in my heart you're gonna save my life.
I am?
No doubt about it, Fred. Fred! Fred, can you hear me? Fred!
he even got the girl.
Yeah.
And the girl inspired him to,
Sort of a girl.
I'm not a girl.
Not a girl.
I'm not a girl.
Girl Squid.
It's
Yeah,
enough.
it.
A latest,
Squid.
he made it work.
Squid she.
She was a very willing and impressed Squid, okay? And he got Tim Allen home, and that's what matters. Impressing the girl makes you a better man. Or Squid Girl, whatever.
Oh, that's not right. No.
Even had some of the little the alien dudes, actually stood up at one point, and
The one
started
that died, I could
started
barely
to
even
try
get
to
through it.
defend themselves. So the one with the there's the guy with the cane.
Try to kill all of us.
Never give up, never surrender.
Who was hiding in the
Oh, yeah, it took the torturing.
in- Yep.
Such a dork, but it is. It's. Oh.
And then the other guy who was Alan Rickman, the Alan Rickman character's fanboy, and he was like, I've been hiding up in the thing, and he takes
My
the
Mokhtar.
What you doing up there?
I avoided capture by using your Mokhtar stealth haze.
Yep.
Oh.
That's why Alan Rickman actually did it, because he pretty much only did.
He did what he
movies.
wanted to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if he was discerning or what, but no, he's fantastic. The movie's fantastic. The whole plot, you could take that classic plot, and it's 100 movies. It's 100. This town that can't really take care of itself because it doesn't know how, needs to be taught by these tough gunslingers how to do what's what and who's who. But actually, these gunslingers, Three Amigos.
Yep.
Three Amigos
that's
is the
another great.
exact same storyline. Maybe I'm getting a little bit. I love my Western culture, but those people can take care of themselves, both in Three Amigos and the Squid Aliens in Galaxy Quest. They can take care of themselves. One, they just didn't know how yet, and they didn't believe themselves, and they thought they needed some outside hero to come in and save them. They just needed to be taught how, or to believe in themselves.
Hoping you could come with us. But my people have no commander.
Balthazar, I think your people have a great commander.
Or just that the actual act of standing up makes you stand up more. It's not so much that you're brave, you just can't live with a bent back.
Never give up, never surrender.
Oh, man. It hits.
Yep.
Tell me that doesn't hit.
You will save us.
And they did. They may have been goofy actors, out of work scumbags, but did they not save a civilization? I mean,
Well, they might have kind of got their planet blown up too, but that's besides the point.
Wasn't that planet going to get blown up anyway?
Or, well, they were enslaved. They were enslaved, and
well, now the ones that are free are not going to live in slavery. The cost was dear.
Yeah.
But the prize was immeasurable. But still,
yeah,
it was such a cheese movie.
Oh yeah.
But even when we were watching, I was just crying like a bitch with a skit knee. Even now thinking about it, tearing up, because you care. I cared about this autistic squid.
America, built to last. Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. They'll be flying that flag all night. Red, white, and blue.
Thank you for joining us today. We really do appreciate your time. I'm Lorelei, and this is
Space Deviant.
And together we are Southern Fried Cinema Siblings. And remember, the most important story is the story you tell yourself, so
make it a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. You're still here, are you? Well, why don't you make yourself useful? Click the share button. Click the subscribe button. May as well go ahead and click for the next episode, too.